We'd like to welcome you to the media. You are here following these 2-day symposiums of discussion about Liberian history from Dr. Burrows. So what are some of the things that you learned from it?
I think it has been a fantastic opportunity to understand better the history of Liberia and the lot of misconceptions that we have about where this country comes from, etc. So me, I'm the representative for the European Union. Our work, we focus very much our work on the development of Liberia, on developing different activities. So for us, it's very important also, and to understand, the history of Liberia, dynamics and challenges of the country. So these kind of symposiums are really great opportunities for that.
Okay, serving as one of the most developmental partners of the country and talking about its national history, where you have been touched to the historical site, one of the most populated element, most renowned storage site in the Republic at Kpatawee. And what can you assure the Liberians what European authority will get involved into helping and boosting up the educations and also providing the credible history of the nation?
I didn't understand the question. Can you please?
Okay, what can you assure the Liberian that European Union is going to do in terms of contribution to be able to teach the students the credible histories of this country?
Well, I think the European Union is already contributing very much to to Liberia, to the development of Liberia. In terms of education, for example, I think we have a lot of opportunities and a lot of focus on Tibet, on the development of curriculum here in Liberia. And I think, for example, integrating history of Liberia, in the curriculum is one of the key elements that I think should be mainstream in the education, because as the teacher has said here during the symposium, who is the best historian in Liberian history, has highlighted that there is a huge gap of understanding of the history of Liberia among the population, among the youth, among the people, and this is very important also to move the country forward. So I think this is something that should be considered in different activities.
Okay, thank you very much. What's your name?
My name is Ramon.
From what?
Ramon.
Ramon. What's your position in the EU?
I'm a program officer on private sector development and financial instruments at the European Union delegation to Liberia, based in Monrovia.
Thank you very much. Nice talking with you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's one of the participants who took part in the 2-day symposiums as the Liberian History program right at Kpatawee. Welcome to the media. What's your name, ma'am?
My name is Tenneh Suah.
Tenneh Sauh. Which of the school are you from?
I'm a student of the University of Liberia.
Thank you.
But I work at the Governance Commission.
Okay, so what's your concern about the 2 days activities that just ended a few minutes ago?
My main concern is looking at our history. We have a mixed history. There are different versions, and in that, Liberians don't have a one history to say, oh, I can explain. Like I stay and explain about my history, another person comes and explain different version of the Liberian history. So my concern to Dr. Burrows is, as historian, how they can come together to write a comprehensive history, or one version of Liberian history that covers everything, how Liberia came into being, where we came from, where we are currently, that goes across that history that will be taught in the various schools for a generation to come, and the younger generation right now that we have. We want one message to go. If Dr. Burrows is explaining about Liberian history, Dr. Boningade explaining, it should be the same message. We don't want different messages.
So what's your impression about the 2-day symposiums?
It was great. There are a lot I was learning. Even though I came late, to be frank. I was not here for the first day. I came to the only for this time. There are a lot I was learning. There are some things about my history that I didn't know about, and I learned it today. There are a lot of things. The Green Coast, some people call it Liberia first name was Green Coast, and I learned from Dr. Burrows that it's not about Green Coast. They will say, oh, because the land of Liberia was green, that's why they call it Green Coast. And say it's about Liberia on the coast, all the countries that were on the coastline. So that's why they call them the Green Coast.
Okay, thank you. It was nice talking with you. Okay, he's an instructor of Abraham Sheriff Institution, which constituted a large delegate at this 2-day symposium. Welcome to the media.
Thank you very much.
So can you please introduce yourself, good?
My name is Sensi E.S. Kuman, instructor of the Sikhu Ashera High School. I teach history, senior high history, and I was charged with the responsibility of leading my students here at the Kpatawee waterfall, where we have a 2-day symposium with Dr. Burrows. Dr. Burrows is a Liberian historian who has published a book. And it's a pleasure being here.
Okay, what are some of the differences you feel based on the previous history you've been learning from that of Dr. Burrows' own contribution?
Yes, one thing, honor school from Dr. Burrows is that he made mention of something, the mindset of most of the Liberians. We talk about guilt by association. Guilt by association, it has to do with something called transfer aggression. If one man does something wrong in a particular tribe, his action is transferred to everybody that is a member of that tribe. I think as a historian, I believe it's not giving that support. That it's not a good thing. It is a mindset that most Liberians have, and it's causing is contributing to the background of our country. And also he made mention of the Zulu Duma Bridge that was erected, Muslim myself, under the leadership of Kofi Hoops as public works minister. He asserted that the name Zulu Duma on the bridge should not be named Zulu Duma because Zulu Duma had no association with that identical area. We rather talk about an individual by the name of Tawe Peter. He said Tawe Peter was at that time a great man that contributed, to the livelihood and survivability of our people at that time. That his name should be mentioned up instead of Zulu Duma.
Could you, as a historian teacher from your institution, what's the message will you be carrying out there from here?
Okay, the message we are carrying to our students, having seen the book, Dr. Burrows donated 5 books for our school, as you can see, between the Kola Forest and the Salty Sea. So we're going to make comparison between the books we've been reading and learning from, and also the book given by Dr. Burrows. So our message to our children, our students, students and students in Liberia, is that history that is narrated, about people in the past and printing other people black, I think we should avoid them. We should avoid those histories. For example, you talk about, the contribution of the ethnic Liberians, the indigenous Liberians, and also that of the people we call Congo people we call American Liberians. I think in the past, they live a very good life, they interacted, they have very good interactions. Instead of saying the problem of Liberia is squarely on the shoulders of the Congo people or people we call American Liberians. So I believe we are all Liberians, we should live as one people, because they continuous misinformation to our students, I think are causing problems.
Okay, you were given a challenge also by the host of the program, Mr. John T. Richardson, to be able to find out the grave of Tawe Peter. How soon will you do this?
As soon as possible time. I will work along with my school. I think my school will support that. Our students, I will teach our students. We're going to do a fact finding. We're going to look for the grave of Tawe Peter.
So how many students do you bring here?
About 10 students here. So, and those students are students that...
Do you care to explain how the students were selected to be part of this trip?
Yeah, those students are students that do extremely well in history, and some are part of the press club. They are good history students. They have very good memory, they are retentive. Because Malcolm S. once said, he said, history is a man's memory. Without memory, man is remoted to the lowest animals. So without memory, you cannot remember the past. So I think they have better memory that they come and represent their fellow colleagues at this big site.
Thank you very much. Say your name again?
I'm Sensi Kuman.
From which institution?
House School.
Thank you. Pleasure talking.